It's a new day at Providence Academy. Rising to meet the opportunities and challenges of educating in today's world, it truly does take a village. Parents, teachers, staff, and students come together and open doors to learning. This is Providence Academy, where faith and education meet to build a new generation of champions for Christ. Located in Leesburg, Virginia, in the heart of Loudoun County, Providence Academy welcomes students in grades kindergarten through 8 for a full day of challenging learning and enrichment opportunities.
The kids are awesome. They want to learn. They're fun, and my goal for teaching is to make learning fun. So sometimes I get really crazy in class, and the kids will get crazy with me, but they know when it's time to work and get down to business. It's amazing, the little witnesses and the little instruments that they are for God, and I love watching that.
Providence Academy is a new kind of school, one where academics, faith, and personal development are emphasized equally. We take a no-compromises stance on training the whole child. From kindergarten all the way through upper school, our teachers lovingly guide these young minds to prepare them for what lies ahead.
At our school, it's a Christian private school, so I just love the fact that I get to incorporate my faith and my walk with God to the kids and kind of be that role model, hopefully, as not just a teacher, but as somebody who lives and walks with Christ every single day.
Teaching in a Christian school gives a Christian teacher the opportunity to share their faith with their students and to not try to compartmentalize what they believe from what they do. In other words, the teachers can pray with the students every day, can pray for the students every day, can share their beliefs, can share their knowledge about the Bible, and can encourage students in a way that they feel comfortable encouraging students. It also helps the teachers because they support each other.
This school definitely affords that as far as a strong Christian premise for education, and then the academics are also fantastic. And we were aware of the teachers that would be teaching here, and they are by far the selling point of the school. They're amazing.
We are told to train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Never could this be more relevant than in today's changing culture. Providence students have the ability to critically analyze the world around them, building a solid foundation of knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. The public school system is experiencing tremendous growth in Loudoun County. It's a strain you see on increasing class sizes, less time for individualized learning, and teachers who are spread thin.
That's why private schools can fill that gap and can be an answer for families who choose not to send their children to the public schools because they would prefer for their children to be in an environment with smaller class sizes, with teachers that are very motivated to teach their children not only high expectations for learning all of the core subjects, but to teach their children about their own character, behavior, and to show them a lot of love and caring.
And the results speak for themselves. On average, students from Providence are testing at least a full grade level ahead of their peers. Excelling in the rigors of learning prepares these kids well.
It's a great environment to teach in, to learn in, to go to the next level of learning other than just what's on the printed page of the book. The teachers take it to the next level because of the class size. They have that flexibility and the capability to do so.
In the public school, they teach to a standard, and a lot of them teach to the test. They teach to the SOLs. We don't do that. We don't teach to any test. We teach to curriculum, and we teach to objectives that we need to cover for the year, but how we get there, the teacher can be as creative as they want in getting there. So that's pretty awesome.
Providence Academy offers the full scope of academic and elective opportunities. Lower school students are introduced to a foreign language beginning in kindergarten.
Muy bien, muy bien. Yes.
Technology is a staple in all that we do, and the art, music, and athletics programs support the concept of educating the whole child. Even our special subject educators look for every chance to merge their learning objectives together with a spiritual emphasis.
you can teach a lot through sports, and that's the other thing I liked about coming to a Christian school. Was public school I could just be like, all right, we need to show sportsmanship and say good game because that's the nice thing to do. Here I can stress like, okay, the right thing to do because Jesus teaches us is to, congratulate your opponent, and in defeat or in victory, show them support either way.
We actually weave the Bible into every one of our courses. So for example, in science, the students would not only learn about certain scientific principles, but they would learn about how God put those principles in motion.
Every day brings an opportunity to teach kids real, current information through the lens of faith.
We can't shelter them from the world, and that isn't how I prepare them. I recognize what they're going to be up against, and but we can protect it and teach them in a Christian environment and take a little bit of a different perspective, because there are things we can give them, tools we can give them that they couldn't get anywhere else.
The curriculum at the school was built from the ground up. We don't just meet the standards set for us in Virginia. We want to exceed them.
We're called to higher standards, and we want to be a school of excellence. And people pay to come to our school. Yes, they pay for the spiritual aspect, but you also want a very high academic as well. And you can get pretty good academics in the public schools here in Virginia. So why not make ours better? Just go ahead and strive for the excellence that we know we can achieve.
Yes, good job.
What should students know or be able to do when they graduate from 8th grade so that they can be successful in high school and beyond, in college and in the workplace? So we looked at all of those curricular objectives and standards, and we then came up with what we believed was a superior set of objectives for our students, and we looked at it all through a Christian worldview.
Providence students participate in activities across the spectrum of learning. The annual Math Olympiad, Spelling Bee, and Geography Bee all showcase the classroom subjects, while students who participate in national singing competitions, art shows, and other extracurricular activities take their training and gifts out into the field. And in the spirit of taking things outside the classroom, our students learn about the power of serving. Making a positive impact on our community is a strong part of the Providence Academy experience.
We encourage service here a lot, community service. It's a requirement in the upper school. And I think that the practice that they have here of service just gives them this heart for other people. They really have a kindness towards people who are in need, and just a desire to get out there in the community and help in however they can.
What would a school be without its parents and families? At Providence, it's hard to overstate the special community that forms between families, shoulder to shoulder with faculty and staff, all aiming at a common goal.
I think that there is a relationship here between families and teachers unlike anywhere you could ever find. They do almost feel like an extension of your family. I think that they get involved with our kids on a personal level unlike you would ever find in any other school or organization. They truly care. It's just an overall package that they are wanting to be involved with you, not just through your kids in the classroom, but in your family's life in general.
When I have parent-teacher conferences, we start with a prayer, and in my prayer I ask God to help us partner together to help that child be everything God has planned for them to be.
These are the teachers and staff who live in the community and continue to invest in the kids, even beyond the walls of the school. The slate of special events and activities continues all year long, giving the entire Providence Academy family a chance to strengthen ties and prepare these kids for success.
Parents are volunteers here, they're room moms. Some of our parents will substitute teach if we need it. Our parents are involved on the board, our parents are involved in numerous committees, and our parents really care about the success of the school. They care about the environment that we're creating here and what we're trying to accomplish for their students.
The thing I notice about a school like this is, the parents come in and they're always welcome here, and they're here often. So we recognize them and we get to talk to them often, and we have a lot of my students have siblings here, so it really then again feels like a family. They've got their siblings in younger grades. We've got, you know, the brother or sister in upper school, and we see them a lot.
He invited Jesus Christ to come into his heart.
Our special relationship with Greg Wigfield, pastor of Destiny Church, provides the Providence family with additional guidance. It's the spiritual oversight and direction that truly makes this a world-class kingdom-building environment.
The grounding that Providence helps provide is a reinforcement of a biblical worldview, which is not something that they would get elsewhere.
It's important to us. Our kids are spending the vast majority of their day in school. Their teachers and their friends at school practically see more of them during the week than we do. So we wanted them to be around people and being taught, certainly by people with a character that exhibits Christ and that generally share our worldview, that are going to be kind of a link between us at home and the things that we would teach our children at home, and be able to incorporate that into the academics here at school.
Strong minds, strong bodies, strong souls. It's a new combination that truly focuses on educating the whole child, preparing students for the future in a way that you just couldn't get anywhere else.
Our parents choose our school because they know that we are dedicated to helping each child grow and learn and to be loved and accepted. They know that the teachers are 100% dedicated to teaching and learning and growing with the children. And they choose our environment because they know that we have high expectations, but we temper those expectations with love and acceptance.
Results speak for themselves. The seeds we sow in the hearts of kids today will bear fruit. Sometimes we're blessed to be able to actually see it.
I had a difficult child a few years ago, and I would do special things with him where he could earn little rewards. And when he earned 15 was my mark, little stars or whatever, I would take him after school and we'd go get a donut together, or we'd go to Starbucks or whatever, and his mom would pick him up there. Years later, the child was in middle school, and he said to his mom, he said, "Mom, do you remember when Mrs. Robertson would take me after school and she would take me to get donuts, or we'd go to Starbucks and get hot chocolate? Why did she do that?" And his mom said, "Because she loved you and she knew that you could, that there was something good inside of you and that she was helping you to get there." And he said, "Wow, Mom, she really didn't have to do that. That was really nice of her." So for me, and even if I had never heard that, I knew I was making a difference in that child. And that's all it is for me. If I can do it with one child, then that's success.
Success. We view it a little differently than other schools. And there's really no better way to understand what we mean than to be here, surrounded by the quality teachers, the students who bring such a rich diversity to our school, yet all share a common vision: excellence without compromise.
That's one thing I notice about the kids in this school, and I've talked to several of them who've gone on to high school, some of the public high schools in the area, and they're very confident kids. They feel really, they just feel really good about who they are, and they're not afraid to stand up for what they believe in, which means they're not afraid to stand up to their friends and determine what's right or wrong and speak up about what's right or wrong, which I don't always see in the general population of kids.
If you think of kids' experiences in churches, that's a 1 hour, 2 hour, maybe 3 hour a week opportunity. Whereas they're at school for 20, 30 plus hours involved in various activities. So there's a huge opportunity there as we think about what does it look like to help our kids realize their full potential in Christ, as well as just anybody as a human being.
We invite you to explore what Providence Academy could mean to your family. It's a new day, a changing world, and an opportunity to give your child the very best.